And we feel that our business is more about business, that it's about relationships and it's about helping and helping people with their dreams. So Guinea actually developed Unleash Your Free Spirit, and it's been about 3 months now that we've been able to bring it to life, so to speak. And it's just so fun to be here. And really, we're a community of individuals that through hard work, really, we've had a glimpse of big dreams and success, and we've all unleashed our free spirit in different ways. So today, what we're going to do is kind of 3 different things. We're
Judy,
going to,
may I interrupt for a minute? Can you ask, or you mute everybody? Because I think there's some kind of a background noise coming in, and that was distracting us.
Probably my background noise.
Okay. So your free spirit is already unleashed. So
I'm having work done in the house, and there's really no place to go. So
no problem. So we'll take it.
Yeah, so everybody can mute themselves except for me. So I'm sorry, but I'll mute myself when I'm not talking, because I'm not talking the whole time. Absolutely. So we're going to basically do 3 things here. We have a guest here today, Jenn. We're going to hear from her, and she really has epitomized how free spirit is alive and well here in the United States and around the world. And I don't really know Jenn that well, only through what I see on LinkedIn and engaging speakers and the love that Guinea has for Jenn. So I'm really excited to hear from her personal story. We're also going to communicate with each other in the chat. So everyone by now is probably pretty familiar with the chat. And so if you want to connect with someone, ask them, or if you want to put down your information so that people can get in contact with you, please do that. You can save the chat by clicking on the 3 dots around in the chat, and the whole thing will be saved. And we do have a chat here. Look at that. So who wrote in the chat? It's probably Guinea, right? Yeah, always Guinea. She's the best chat person. And we're also going to meet each other. And so when we have really big groups, we meet separately in breakout rooms. When we have small groups, we just kind of hang out together and talk about who we are and what our free spirit means, and really what we need, because we want to be here to support everyone, no matter what their needs are. And everyone that comes that does not have a business, but everyone that I have been in contact with, especially lately, has a challenge. So we want to start today with just something simple, and it's called Whiffles. And I just love this because it really brings a feel for what the community wants, likes, and needs. And so what is Whiffles? The first time I saw this, I'm like, oh, that's a cute word, but I don't even understand what it is. So what it is what I feel like saying. And this is a part of our webinar today that you can participate if you want to. We don't have really any hard and fast rules, but if you feel like saying something about anything, absolutely anything, personal, professional, something that is huge, something that is silly, something that really is inconsequential, we don't care. This is just a time for everybody to sit back and take a breath and tell us what you feel like saying. So, and I'll start today. So what do I feel like saying? I feel like saying that I'm so happy that my husband does work around the house. Some of it not at the best of times, because he has his own business and he does his work around the house when he can do it. And that's all I'm going to say about that subject right now. So I appreciate my husband and the work that he does. So anybody else want to say something? What do you feel like saying?
I feel like saying it's a sunny days outside, and maybe this is a week or 2 weeks more. Grab vitamin D as much as you can and keep talking to your friends every single day. Connect to them and exchange your energy. Every day you learn something new. It could be you're looking at the trees and you see beautiful colors now. How in my bedroom window, when I look at the trees, yesterday they were more greener. Today they are little going to yellowish. So change is happening. Enjoy, live in the change, make it happen. And take a deep breath. And as you said, stay connected with your friends. That's what I feel like saying. Thank you for giving me opportunity.
Thank you, Jasbir. Anybody else want to feel like saying anything?
You know, what I feel like saying this moment is, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for my circle of friends. Judy, we were talking before. It is because of my new business of networking and all, I came across Judy. It is because of my new evolution, I came across Mike Bish. Laurie will become my very good friend now because I admire her husband. It is because of my new opening that I came across Jasbir, who's become my younger sister and my best friend. And it is because of this era, which I'm stepping into, I came across Jenn. Jenn Coffel, I admire her. I see her on the stage, most poised woman. I see her conducting her business. Engaging Speaker is one of her businesses. So elegantly, and I love the way she actually leads from heart, which is the part I love. So what I feel like saying right now is, each one of you, thank you. I acknowledge your energy. I acknowledge your light, and I'm grateful to be in your presence at this moment in my life.
Thank you, Ginny. Anyone else feel like saying anything?
I'll share. That was beautiful, Ginny. Thank you. I just feel like saying there's so much power in women and the power that we have to impact the world. I was thinking and reflecting on people that have really made a big difference in the world that we, think back and I was thinking about, there's so many men, that have. I'm definitely a woman of faith, and so I was thinking just about some things that I've been wanting to do with my life, and I was thinking about people like Dalai Lama and Billy Graham and oh my gosh, who's the other one that's made a Gandhi, like these men that have really made big impacts. And there's Mother Teresa, and I was thinking, like, how many women are there that have been like world changers, that have I believe that the time is coming in the future where there's going to be more and more women that are going to step forward and are going to be leaving historical marks. And I was actually came across a book at the bookstores at Barnes & Noble, and it was about that, like women in the past that have made a big impact. And I think that there's so much power in just recognizing and just reading the stories, and so much inspiration reading the stories of people that have made a big impact. And as women, I think we have a unique ability to inspire and make an impact in a totally different energy, in a totally different way than men do. And so I just wanted to throw that out there and encourage you all with that thought that we have a lot of special gifts and talents to share, that because we're women, we have a way to do that that's different and very effective.
Thank you. So true, Jen. Absolutely. And it's interesting because this is a small group today, but this is the first time that we've not had any men on.
Interesting.
So yes, yes. So I don't know if all of our combined energy just brought us specific women together today for a specific purpose, but yes, thank you. Anybody else?
I'll just say a couple words. It's really nice to take a break from my day to just kind of take a moment to do something so positive. Everyone here's got such a positive, I'm a very positive person, so I love to be with positive people. It's not always the way it goes, but it's nice to really just like take a time out from working and with all of you. So I appreciate being invited, and it's really nice to be here. So thank you. That's all I wanted to say.
Thank you. So anybody else? Erica, you're unmuted.
Yeah. Hi everyone. My name's Erica. What I would like to say is I'm just very grateful to be able to still say that I have a job, right? And be able to, so I work in senior living, and being able to still assist and help people and just make a difference throughout people's lives. So I'm just grateful to be able to still do that and continue to do that, be the positive light in someone's life. So I'm just grateful, and I'm also thankful to be here today. I ran in a little bit late because I was trying to finish my lunch. So, but I'm glad that I had this opportunity. You know, I believe everything happens for a reason. And, you know, I was in a networking event yesterday, and that's how I learned about this Zoom meeting. So I was in the right time, in the right place, and here I am today. So thank you.
So welcome. You're welcome, Erica. And thank you. Thank everyone for sharing. And I believe that part of one of the ways to unleash your free spirit is really to be authentic and to stay in that place. And I know that Jenn Coffel is one of those people. Whoops. And so I would like to have Guinea introduce Jenn, because you know her better than I do, Guinea, and I know you'll do a great introduction to this amazing woman.
Welcome, welcome. Thank you, Judy. Thank you, and welcome, Erica. You said it so beautifully. Right time and the right place. I normally don't talk about this event on my network events because we really promote this on a LinkedIn platform. But Erica, thank you for taking my nudge, and we are honored. Jenn Coffel. Now, my friends, you already got a glimpse of this woman. Yes, you know what, rest I can share, you know, how she's been able to really build her own businesses in 4 different categories, up to, you know, 100K plus more. The best part is she was able to do that in 12 months. So this woman has the experience, she knows the ways, she knows the steps to make a successful business venture. And yes, I love seeing Jenn at her Engaging Speakers platform. That's one of her companies. I always admire the way she leads from heart. So normally I don't read, but today I'm going to read what Jenn replied to us, because when we invite our guests for these kind of platform, and this is really our way of giving back to the community, and this is growing so rapidly. Somehow today, I think we had a woman power here. All men are afraid to join. I don't know what happened, but anyway, reality is together we can make a difference. Let me read the questions we had posed to Jenn, and we do that to all our guest speakers, but her answers were so profound that today I said, I'm going to read. Normally, I don't like reading things. I normally like to talk to you, have a conversation. So we asked her, what are your gifts and dreams, unique gifts and dreams? That was our question. She replied, those close to me say that I bring light where there is darkness. And I read it and I said, yes, Jenn, that's who you are. I know that's who you are. Our second question was dreams. What are your dreams? What do you dream of? Jenn replies, make $1 million or more each month, to live in total freedom and to give and minister as God directs me. I took in, I closed my eyes. I said, wow, what a beautiful dream. And I wish to be a part of that dream. How you unleashed your free spirit? That was our next question. And Jenn replied, discovered my core values and made a decision to live in an alignment with them. The core values and aligning herself with them every day. I pondered for a minute too. I said, wow, what beautiful answers. And the fourth one we asked her was, how are you living in it? She said, I prioritize God and family. I actively, daily do personal development and give generously to others. Give generously to others. I pursue freedom in all areas of my life. So here we are, dear friends, Jenn Coffel. We are honored by her presence, and may you be touched by her phenomenal, phenomenal light which she shines in darkness. Jenn, all yours.
Thank you, Ginny. Well, I love the theme of what this is about, you know, unleashing your free spirit. And I'd like to talk, I guess, about the process of that. That's what I think Ginny and Judy were asking is, you know, how did I come to a place? And I thought these questions were things that we would talk about. So I guess I'll dive in and just talk a bit more about them, because I feel like these are the steps, at least for me personally, that I have taken in order to unleash my free spirit. And they've worked really well for me. And so hopefully they will work well for you. And for me, when I discovered what my core values were, that was the first step of, first of all, knowing what they are, and then choosing to make a decision to really align my life with them. And so how many of you here, if you could answer in the chat, have ever done like a core values assessment? Have you ever taken the time to really do an inventory and discover what your core values are? If you could share that in the chat if you have or have not. And I'd be happy to share all of you an assessment that I've created based on the assessment that I initially took. I will give that to you guys. If you want to put your email in the chat, I'll send that to you. It's a little core values assessment so that you could actually do that. Because when in the process, and I'll explain the process to you and then how to utilize this, because I really believe this is the key to unlock your free spirit. Once you know what those core values are, then you're going, so let's just kind of start with the beginning. I'm going to give you an assessment that is going to have a whole bunch of words on it, values. And you're then going to take a look at those values and you can add more values to it. In fact, actually, if you wouldn't mind if I share my screen, if you would give me the rights to share my screen, I'll actually show you the assessment. I'm going to email you and take you through the process, and then share with you then how you're going to be able to do that same exact process I went through for yourselves. How's that sound? I don't hear you, Judy, but you need to give me like co-host ability.
Yeah, you know, you should be able to do that. I have that in my.
Every time I hit the share screen, it says host disabled attendee screen sharing.
Try again.
Still doing the same thing.
Ah, yes. Okay, go ahead. Try now.
Perfect. Okay, so this is the assessment. This is a one-step guide for supercharging your life and giving you a compass for decision making, and this has helped me a lot. So the first step is you take this list of core values, and as you can see, there's a bunch of different values on here. Now, these are not a total list. There's tons of values that you could add to this, and so this is just a place to begin. But certainly, they could be like memory joggers for you. So you add more values to this, and then you circle 20 to 25 of the values that you resonate with, that you can say best represent what you do value. After you do that, then you you take all of those and you look at them and you put them into 5 groups. So you have 20 to 25 values, and then you'll take and divide those into 5 different groups. And what I mean by that, like, let's say you have some of these on here, like teamwork, friendship, let's see, working with others. You start to develop ones that seem like they have commonalities to them, and you could group them under one category. And then you look at, okay, which ones kind of seem kind of like the same thing? And then you create a category, and you have 5 different categories for them. So when you put them all into the groups, like, yeah, these are all similar, and you create those 5 different groups, then you look at them and you name them. So based on what's in those 5 groups, what would I say is the one value that maybe represents those 5 words, or maybe one of those 5 words is really the thing that kind of umbrellas the rest of them. And that becomes one of your core values. So this is a process for you to kind of take a lot of values and bring them down into groups, and then actually come down to like giving it a name. And then after you have those 5 core values, if I lost any of you yet, are you following how that process works? Because I want you to be able to do it. Then you're going to prioritize them in the way to say, okay, this one is more important than this one. So how do you say, which of these 5, which is the one that's like most important to me of the 5? And the way to do that is you actually draw these little arrows. And so when you're looking at, like, let's say these 5 were your 5. Obviously they're not going to be, but just for the sake of explanation. If you have wellness, wealth, loyalty, family, and freedom as your 5, then you would point and draw an arrow to, like, for example, this is just kind of shows, if for you wealth is not important, if you don't have wellness, you would draw your arrow pointing towards wellness, meaning that wellness supersedes wealth. And so in this situation, wellness is more important than wealth to that person, and wellness is more important than freedom to that person. However, family is more important than wellness, and wellness is more important than loyalty. Does that make sense? So then when you have all these arrows, then you can prioritize which one has the most arrows as number 1. So this one has 4 arrows. So that particular one would, family would be this person's number 1 core value is family. And then you would just look, okay, which one has 3 arrows? Wellness would be number 2. And you work at it like that, okay? So then once you have your top 5 core values and you know the order that they're in, then you put them on a wheel. So then you put the core values, so like we talked about up there, that family would be number 1, wealth would be number 2, and they would just put all of them on there. Okay, and then this is the most powerful part of this process. Number 1, discovering what your 5 are, but then the next piece is rating how you are currently living that value on a scale of 1 to 10. So if you look at the center of the wheel being 0, and then 1 being here and 10 being out here, in the category of wealth, for example, how much are you fully living that value? If you say a 10, that you would be fully living that value. If you're only living some of it, then it may be a 5. And 5 might be about here, middle of that. So this one I would say is probably like at a 4. Wealth is at a 4 here. Family looks like it's probably at like a 5 or 6 here. And you this is your own sense of like, how much am I actually currently living out this value? And I'll tell you, I do this with a lot of, with every client that I work with, I do this with, because I feel like it's such a powerful decision-making tool for your life and your business, but it's also very powerful at showing you why you may be feeling like you could be looking at your life thinking, I should feel more fulfilled and happier. Like I have all these wonderful things in my life, but I feel inside like something's off. I don't feel fulfilled. Something's not quite right. And it's oftentimes because what your core values are, you're not living aligned with them. And so the question becomes, how can I get my wheel, so to speak, to look more like this, more even. It'd be better to have you having those 5 core values and they each being expressed at like a 5, because it would feel a little bit more smooth in your life. Right now, if this is in a representation of your wheel, you know, as that wheel goes, it'd be like, you know, kind of like, you know, bouncing down and be very, oh, I feel good and then I feel bad and I feel good and I feel bad. Like there's this instability of like internally how you're feeling. And this is ideal, like to have it more well-rounded. Maybe everything's not at a 10, but you're moving in that direction, but you're balanced. And it brings a lot of insights when you do that. And it also gives you a lot of ability to make really powerful decisions. And I'll explain to you really quickly how, for me personally, I use this in my own business. Many years, I just discovered this tool probably 12 years ago. And I was running a business and I was having a challenge in my business where I needed to be able to meet with people in person. I was meeting strangers and I was training people and my team that I was working with. And so I was finding it challenging to do everything I wanted to do and find places to meet people. So I decided to open up a business center. I opened up a 2,000 square foot business center. It was beautiful. My team that I was working with absolutely loved it, found it to be great. It really fixed a lot of the problems and the challenges I was having in my business. But prior to doing this, I wasn't aware of my core values were. And so I made that decision based on it was a good solution to the challenges I was having. I found myself not enjoying my business, and I couldn't understand why, because I had made these changes that were really positive to solve some challenge I was having, but I actually was finding myself inside really unhappy. And what I discovered in doing my core values is that one of my core values is freedom. And the idea of going back and forth to a business center every day was causing me to really be out of alignment with that core value. It was really impacting my sense of freedom. 12 years ago, I had 4 little children. My children now are 18, 17, 17, and 15. So 12 years ago, they were little. And so leaving like this each day and driving, I positioned the business center in a very good location around a lot of different expressways, but it was hence a half-hour drive for me. It was beautiful. It had everything I needed, but it really impacted that core value. And just to give you like a little insight into that, once I discovered that and I started to recognize like, oh, wow, that's why I'm so unhappy. That's why I've given away 14 keys. I had given out 14 keys to different team members so that they could go and open and close the door and lock the door, because I didn't want to keep going there. And that realization that, wow, this was really impacting my freedom, that's why I'm not happy. I had made the hard decision to close the business center. And then I began to love my business again. And I share that with you to say that this is a very powerful tool to unleash your free spirit, but also to make decisions in your business. So now, like how I use it to unleash my free spirit, my 5 top core values are God, family, personal development, freedom, and generosity. Those are the 5 things that if I'm fully expressing them, I'm so happy. I really feel fulfilled. I feel at peace. I feel joyful. I feel full of love when I'm fully expressing those. Whenever I start to feel kind of inside like something feels off, something doesn't feel right, I go through those 5 and I think, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much am I expressing that? How much am I expressing it? And I find the one that's like off, and I go do something, or I make an adjustment, and I recognize why am I feeling this way? It's because one of those is usually being impacted. That's usually almost every time I find that to be the truth. And then when I look at making decisions, like if I'm going to make a decision to go down a road in my business, which decision am I going to make? And I make that decision looking at those 5 core values. Is this going to be in alignment with my 5 core values? If it's not, I recognize what I experienced before. I don't want to do that because I'm not going to be fulfilled or happy. And I share that with you when you're looking at unleashing your free spirit, you're looking at decisions, like to know them and to memorize them and to use them, for me, has been the key that has really allowed me to move forward. And even, you know, I have right now 6 businesses, and every one of them is aligned with those 5 core values. And when I make a decision to move to a new home, which I did recently, I run it through all those core values. It has to stay aligned. And I think that as we continue to refine and become more and more aligned with what we truly value, the more we can expand and the more that we can impact and the more that we could do, because we are in alignment. And I hope that answers, like one of, you know, is shared with you, an answer for me that may become an answer for you. So I'd be happy to send that to you guys so you can go through that as well. And I hope that it has the impact and the power that it's had in my life.
Thank you, Jen. That is absolutely amazing, and such an important exercise that you're right, everyone should do during their life. Luckily, I've been blessed, and I was a coach for many years, so that's one of the things that we did early on. And I'm so glad that we were able to do that, because it does make a difference, and it helps you on your daily life. So thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Beyond that, I'm you know, speechless. Jen, touch my heart again. Beautiful. What a gift. And thank you for sharing your gift with us. And thank you for sharing your wisdom with us and letting us get a glimpse of your journey. And our journey will become easier and better. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And we have so much in this group of these amazing women. We have so much wisdom. So we like to spend a few minutes just finding out really each other. How can we support one another? And one of the ways that we like to do it is for us to just share who we are, what our free spirit means to us, what we do, and really what we need next. What we need next, maybe in our business, maybe in our personal life, maybe a mixture of both. But how can we as women support one another in this space today? So we like to just spend a minute or so explaining, everyone going through and explaining that, and then we want to support each other with ideas and comments and kudos if we need to do that too. So we can go in any order again. If
This is the
somebody
time for
would
our
like
guests. You know, we would like to hear from our guest. Laurie,
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, we like to hear from our guest this time.
Okay, so I'll kick it off. Not having done this before in this group, but thank you again. And that was, Jen, that was wonderful. I've never done anything like what you outlined, so I will look forward to it. It looks like we need to really put aside some time, because it's not going to be a quick answer. So I look forward to that exercise. But thank you, Guinea, for inviting me again. I am Laurie Bish, and who am I? I'm a mother. I have 5 kids, and I'm a business owner with my husband. This has been a big year for me. My husband and I owned our own State Farm agency, and it was sucking the joy out of my life. I have to tell you, it wasn't, the work-life balance wasn't there. And so we made a big decision at the end of June. We left and we bought an insurance franchise. And so now we're doing this for us. We're doing it for our family. We're doing it the way we want to. We help people the way we want to. There's not a promotion to hit. There's not a number that has to hit or where everyone's going to get angry. So my work-life balance is a lot better. I am a much happier person than I was a year ago. I was so stressed. I'm at a point in my life that I shouldn't be so stressed. And so we made some big decisions. And so even with COVID, the silver lining has been my family. So as you were showing those pictures of, you know, where we put our priorities, my family has really led to all these decisions, and the time that I've been able to spend with them. Maybe they wouldn't say the same because they were a little bit sequestered in the house, but it's been really, really great. So my free spirit is just the joy I get with being with my family, figuring out that the balance in my life was really not, it was going to be harmful to me. I had to fix it. So that's where I'm at right now. And what I'm looking for, I guess, is I finally have time in my life to get involved in some of these kind of organizations where I can give back, where I can find a community that's a good fit for me. Certainly I want to grow my business, and that's going to be important to me, but keeping that balance is going to be most important. And so that's just, it's a little bit about me. So thanks.
That's
Thank
cool.
you, Lori, and wishing you all the best. When I heard the news of your shift, you know, in June and July, I was saying, yay, I've been telling Mike before you joined State Farm, my heart was sinking.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad for you guys. I could see what you were stepping into because I know, but thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And Mike Bish, they cover every kind of insurance, but they're independent. So they
Thank
can
you.
really do a lot more than being the captive agent, so to speak.
Absolutely. No, thank you. I appreciate that.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, and
Erica, Jasmine.
I'm hearing freedom for you, Lori. That's just the vision that I got was freedom. So
Definitely.
Erica, you have your mic off, on, whatever.
Yes. Hi, everyone. My name is Erica. So who am I? I am 27 years old. I am a wife, a new homeowner this year. I am that person that if I make a difference, if I help people, then I feel satisfied. I feel that I've done what I meant to be in this earth. So that's what I'm looking for, always trying to help people in any way that I can. So that's also entails into my free spirit, is being able to help someone, whatever that is. I am there. I'm that person that will do anything and everything to help that individual. So with that does come a lot of responsibility, especially with family. Family is huge. So I'm always that person that people will call if they are in need, or if they just need help, or, you know, I'm that person. They know I won't say no. So what I do is I've been in senior care for 12 years. I got promoted into sales. I was actually going into nursing school. I was in the program, but then I got promoted when I was 23. And so I've been in sales since. Always in senior living, always helping people. I'm now, excuse me, I'm now the director of community relations. I've been the director of sales and marketing. So what I need now is the ability to run a group, run a team, have a team, be able to give out my knowledge that I've learned throughout these years to other people, right? So now I need to give that back to someone. I have this pond of information that I'm just keeping it to myself, and now I want to release it. But I feel stuck. I don't feel that, you know, since I was 23, you know, doors kept opening up, and now I feel like I'm stuck. I'm at that ladder and I'm to my limit. So now I just need to find the ability to give back. So that's where I'm at now.
Thank you, Erica. What a great place to be at 27.
Yes, I agree.
Really, really.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jasmine, you're next. Yeah, we are, you know, Judy, 12:46. We have 15 minutes left. Jasmine.
Hello, ladies. This is my first time joining this wonderful, wonderful seminar. Jen, you are so wonderful. You are fantastic. Sometimes when Guinea was talking about you, it's something like a more I found. She did justice introducing you, but that you went exceeds those limit. You went above and beyond that. Who am I? I'm wife, mother of 3 wonderful sons. They're big. Um, I'm a friend. I would say I'm a more friend. My free spirit is freedom and working together, working for someone. I don't hesitate to go above and beyond to help any friend, anybody. I just extend my hand. Right now, I'm a director of Legal Shield, and so that's my um, I would call it mission or service, because I don't take it as a job. Job, you know, you can quit anytime, or they let you go, but you never quit a mission. Helping other people, that's my mission. And what I do next, I continue doing this. That's my next thing. I continue staying with my friends. I continue helping my friend. And I continue asking for help too. It's not only I can help, I can get a lot of help from the other ladies or anybody. You're kind of great ladies. And, you know, these kind of things, these are pre-planned things. It's more like when you're going to meet, who you're going to meet, and how that person can make a difference in your life. It's a pre-planned from the high spirit. This is what it is. I did not know yesterday that I have to register to come over here. Guinea reminded me today, and I did it today. And I'm so lucky to just sitting with you guys and listening to you and sharing my thoughts. This is a very blissful moment for me. Thank you, Guinea. Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Jen, Lori, Erica. Thanks for being there.
Thank you. And we just have
Just
a late admission here. As we're closing, we have someone that has just joined us. And so we've heard from everyone and how they have unleashed their free spirit.
I saw Harpreet sing.
Yes, Harpreet.
Harpreet, okay. Harpreet, welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Welcome, pleasure. You know what? It's an honor. I was just sharing. You will laugh. Today happens to be a very small group for us. Normally we are a lot more people, but we were just basking in the glory, saying that we are powerful women today. We had a phenomenal speaker. Oh my goodness. Judy, were we recording it?
I did not record it.
Oh my goodness. Jen shared, she was a guest speaker today, Harpreet. And what a phenomenal thing. Please put your information back. So Jen offered a very gracious gift for all of us. At least you'll be able to get that. We were just saying, where are the smart men today? And we were laughing. I said, maybe smart men they're not joining right now. Erica is laughing. I can see the smile on Jasbir's face, and Judy definitely is my co-host and she's smiling. So Judy, we rather hear from Harpreet right now. I was telling you about him. Yesterday I saw on LinkedIn, he said he wants to join, and I said, you didn't register. So Harpreet Veer, welcome. Floor is all yours. Judy, if you want to say something, let's give him the time.
Yeah, so Harpreet, what we're just doing is sharing with one another, and everyone else has shared, so I'm sorry to put you on the spot, but we're talking about how we share our free spirit in our lives, and as you can see on the screen, basically who you are, what you believe your free spirit is, and what you do either for a living or personally, and what you need in your life. How can we support you in what you need?
Okay, wonderful. I didn't expect it to be on a spot, but anyways, maybe I I'm pushed into this because I was trying to figure out how to join, and then on the last moment, I found out that this is the link to join in. But anyways, good. So, how do you define free spirit? I think that's my first question.
Well, so Jenn just actually gave us a wonderful description about looking at what your core values are and what's really important in your life, and how do you express that? How do you create that freedom in your life to achieve your dreams, your goals, and to really have that direction to get to where you need to go?
Okay. Okay. So I think I don't have answers to these questions, I guess, and I don't have the very clear answers. So, but I'll try. So, who I am. So, I think the way when I look back, I think I've been an explorer. I have explored different things in life. And if I can put things in perspective or numbers, 4, 3, 2, 1. So 4 companies I've worked for, 3 countries I've lived in. I have 2 kids, a boy and a girl, and 1 wife, fortunately. So, and what is my free spirit? What is my free spirit? I think ability to learn and always be curious about things has been my free spirit. And frankly speaking, last 15, 16 odd years had been a bit of a rush for me in terms of, because one job to another and then another job to another has not given me time to think about my free spirit and what I want to do and what the clarity is. So, and last 6 or 8 months, I don't have a job. And that's where I think I've got time to spend with myself, with my family, kids, a bit more. And probably I'm trying to find purpose. So, and I don't have one today. So I hope that answers your question. And last question, what by next? I don't know. I'm on an exploratory phase now at the moment. So I hope answered your question.
Well, thank you so much for being on the spot and and coming, opening up to a bunch of people you don't even know.
That's
so, we appreciate that so much. And you need to get in touch with Jenn. And Jenn, maybe you could put your contact information in the chat again, because Harpreet will not have had that. Because when you join late, you don't get the previous chat things. And so if any of the people here want to connect with each other, just please go ahead and do that, because we really believe that building community is one of the ways to unleash your free spirit. And we can do that with just connecting outside of this forum. And so we're just about ready to say goodbye. We've got just a couple minutes left. And I would like to take a minute here, Ginny, and talk about your core values. If you can do it in a minute. I don't think you can, but if you could maybe take one of them and talk about that, maybe that would be a great thing.
You know what, first, for me, I'm already fulfilled. Harpreet, welcome, taking the courage to step into that hot seat, what we call it, at the end of our forum, but we'll welcome you again. There'll be many more. Jenn always says that. So we are a group of people we really believe in. Let me talk about the core values. Jenn, that was the topic for the discussion today, and I'm keeping track of time because time is valuable. Adopt. Harpreet wears a turban. We belong to the same faith. It's called Sikh. That means we are basically learners for life. And I love that phrase about me. I'm able to adopt new things. I'm always willing to learn. I'm a student for life. That means as long as I'm a student and I'm willing to learn, I choose the right people around me, I'm growing. I'm growing. I look at Jenn, I look at her core values, and I align myself. If they align with my core values, I want to be your friend. I want to come closer. I want to know you better. So the choices we make is what we become. And we are lucky that we have the ability to choose the right people around us. So today, honestly, my hand folded. I'm honored. Erica, thank you for coming and joining us. I'm aligning with what I heard from you. Laurie, I love you. Now I can say I love more than Michael. No, don't tell that to Michael, your friend, your husband. Okay, Jasbir, I'm honored. Judy, you are my wonderful, wonderful deep friend, and Jenn, I admire you even more today. So each one of you have a gift. Each one of you have that free spirit. Let's together make it more free. Let's together help each other and make a better world. That's the way my philosophy is. And that's all. Judy, 2 minutes left, all yours, dear friend. And just before the side note, our meeting is our next month. Keep a tag. It's always the first Wednesday of the month at 12 p.m. We'll invite you again. Come join us with your more friends. Judy, all yours. And
yes,
close.
and you can use the same link. So we don't change the link. So just make a copy of that link, put it in your calendar for recurring every month. Just use the same link. Don't worry about having to re-register. And so as we end today, I was blessed to do a similar exercise that Jenn talked about. And one of the things that I did is I took all of my beliefs and really what was important to me, and I created a saying when it comes to my free spirit. And so this is what I do. And I'll just leave everybody with this. And it's really learn from the past and leave it. Live in the present and love it, and plan for the future and embrace it. And that's in my calendar every single day so that I remember not to blame anyone for my being incapacitated, that I want to always love everyone, live and be in the present so that I can really see what needs to be done and how I can give. And I always want to make sure that I'm looking toward the future and really embracing the possibilities of what is next. So I want to thank everyone for coming today, for just being outstanding participation. I don't know that we've ever had such people being such open and wonderful as you guys are. So thank you so much for being here. Guinea and I appreciate you. And we just want to tell you all to go ahead today and remember that, the best day to unleash your free spirit is today. So go ahead and do that. And thank you for being here. And we are going to let you go back to whatever it is you are doing.